Survive. We meet again. Our last encounter wasn't a very good one, and if you've seen my review on the initial PSVR1 launch, then you're well aware of all my complaints. But I am a man who believes in second chances. So how does Survive hold up on PSVR2? Is it still a completely frustrating shit show, or has there been some significant improvements made? Well, let's get into the review and find out. But before we do, if you could do the stupid shit that YouTube asked me to ask you to do in order to help my channel to grow, I would appreciate it. If you enjoy non-woke gaming content, then consider your support. Now let's go. What's up everyone, Savage Gamer here, and this is my review for Survive VR by developers at Candy Makers, and it has finally entered onto the next-gen platform PSVR2 with a free upgrade available to all those who bought it on PSVR1, which right away I want to say that was the best decision made, as I truly felt ripped off on the PSVR1 version as it was utter shit. It was a game that I wanted to love, it had so much potential, but due to horrific tracking issues and a total lack of polish, it just failed to be enjoyable and was borderline unplayable. Thankfully, coming onto the PSVR2 headset, many of my previous complaints have all been addressed and they are no longer hindering the fantastic gameplay Survive has to offer. You have nearly immediate access to one of the most impressive arsenals of any VR game, with many options to equip your weapons with laser sights and flashlights, as well as manual reloading. This is really reminiscent of my absolute favorite VR game of all time, that being Into the Radius. And now you can actually utilize the bow and arrow on this version, as the tracking would not allow for steady aim on PSVR1. You can also play up to 4 players in co-op, similar to After the Falls co-op campaign. However, I don't fucking like people, so I generally go solo, and that is what this review is based on. So right away, I will say everything is off to a positive start in Survive, and one of my biggest fuck yes moments was they finally made the weapons physics work. I mentioned this shotgun should be able to swing shut on PSVR1, it wouldn't or couldn't. But here, look at this. It works exactly as I wanted it to. It's little things like this that really add to immersion and show me that these devs actually did some optimizing, rather than just shove it on the PSVR2 with new button mapping. They did the work, and I appreciate that. Now, the graphics are still quite a bit dated, stuck in the PS2 era of design, but don't let that keep you from playing, because what it lacks in the graphics department, it makes up for in the gore, physics, and sound design. As I stated in my first review, Survive offers probably the best, most realistic gunshot sounds I think I've ever heard in any game, and that holds up just the same here. And the gore is abundant, and goddamn I love me some gore. I can live all my sickest fantasies of mutilating zombies by blowing off their limbs one by one and then making their heads go pop with that final kill shot. It's truly a power fantasy that I very much enjoy. Now, this is a true survive the apocalypse type of game, where you had better make smart choices. Don't plan to kill everything that you see. Sometimes you're better off just running than fighting, because once you run out of ammunition, you feel absolutely defenseless. Now, the melee weapons are finally responsive as well. The PSVR1 version felt like a ninja sword was a wet fucking spaghetti noodle, but now melee weapons reflect the impact that you expect them to have. And the haptics here also feel great. I will say that there are still some clear issues and bugs here, like zombies clipping through the walls, hit detection being off at times, and I can't for the fucking life of me figure out how to unload my backpack when it's in front of me, or actually how to load my backpack with items I find while I have it out. I can't figure it out. So the game could definitely use some more updates and patches, hopefully to improve the graphics and lighting above anything else, if anything. But even with Survive's shortcomings, man, I really enjoyed playing it this time. I had a shit ton of fun and was finally able to appreciate this game for what the developers had intended us to see. That just wasn't able to translate well on PSVR 1. I can even successfully navigate the tablet, as before I couldn't even barely do anything with it. All in all, I definitely recommend you picking this one up. I also highly encourage the devs to keep working on improving it. So I'm giving Survive VR a 7 out of 10. That's going to do it for this one. Thanks for watching. Until next time, have fun, stay savage, keep gaming. Peace.